Europe, can y'all hear me? Let's wait for audio. Hold on. Europe, can y'all hear me? Yes, sir. What's going on, y'all? Let's wait for audio. Hold on. Europe, can y'all hear me? Yes, sir. What's going on, y'all? Let's wait for audio. Hold on. Europe, can y'all hear me? Yes, sir. What's going on, y'all? Glad y'all can hear me. Glad y'all can hear me. Very unfortunate. Look, looks like they banned me on. Hold on, let me test the audio real quick. Glad y'all can hear me. Glad y'all. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like they banned me on TikTok. I can't stream from Streamlabs to TikTok. That's where my frustration is at. Oh man. Hopefully I appealed it. By the looks of it, doesn't look good. I probably shouldn't have did. Yeah, I think I know what I did wrong. But now I gotta do more work. It's unfortunate, but I wanted to do it. This is an emergency stream. I just watched this clip and I wanted to get it out there. We gotta watch this clip of Stephen A. going at LeBron. It's gonna be about 30 minutes, but it should be entertaining. So let's check this out.
Let me.
And by the way, I am a LeBron fan, by the way. Kobe's my GOAT, but I am a LeBron fan. I love what he does. I love his game. I love the family man who he is. He's well respected. But Brown was wrong in the situation. I'm with Stephen A. on this one. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. Did LeBron handle this situation right? Y'all let me know. Let's get into it.
To this discussion about yours truly and LeBron James in light of what happened last week. Dwayne Wade and Carmelo Anthony, both of whom know LeBron very well, weighed in on the situation between me and LeBron when LeBron rolled up on me courtside last week at the Lakers game. They weighed in on the situation on Melo's podcast, 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. Check out what the fellas had to say, please. Check it. Look at this.
It's dual sides once again. You know, I think you understand both sides if you're that person who wants to understand both sides. I told him as a father, I'm walking up on you.
Right.
I get it because I'm like that too. Like I'm at you.
Of course.
But also, you know what I told him, I said, and I think we've never seen LeBron do that. Like we've never seen, like LeBron don't even go back at players that foul him too hard on the court. We've never seen him be like, he's always been just even keel and level headed in every aspect. And sometimes you want him to jump. Sometimes you want him to go and he won't. And so to watch the clip and watch him on that bench and see Stephen A. over there, he couldn't take it. He couldn't take it.
I mean,
he could not stand it.
They got the memo. Yo, Stephen A. He coming tonight. He coming to the game tonight.
He knew it because he saw him in warm up when he walked in. You know what I mean? It was burning him. But you know, I told him, I said, you know, Stephen A., I think the one thing is, and first of all, I take it as that's a sign of respect that LeBron did that to you.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I know everyone
knows the power of Stephen A.'s voice.
He understands
also.
that. And I told him, I said, and that's the thing. Your microphone is the loudest. Your platform is the biggest. And also you're a black man.
Yeah.
And I said, you know, man, so you got to understand, you know, where he's coming from with that. If he even approached you, because yes, the Skip Bayless of the world and all these guys have said things about him his entire career and he's been above it.
There is a fine line of I am a father. but you can't separate the fact that he is your teammate as well.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And he's in this league to be critiqued. I just think
Facts.
this has been a build-up. We're talking 22 years. Like, this ain't got nothing to do with Bronny. It's just the fact that Bronny is a part of the conversation now, and he also got to protect his seed. You get what I'm saying? You got to protect the kingdom, no matter how old it is. Like, he's Bronny. That's my dad. So Bron got to protect that. But there's also energy with those two and those crews. It's just as from over the years of just build up. This ain't no love relationship that we talk. This ain't no love friendship that we talk about.
They don't have a friendship.
Right. So this is it is what it is in a sense. Right. This just Stephen A. doing what he's supposed to do over the years. Bron doing what he's doing over the years. And this is what happens. Some shit might get misconstrued. I might not like what you say. I might not f- with you. I ain't gonna deal with you. But the fact that I think the energy is because we dealing with two juggernauts in their respective fields, right? Bron being who he is, Stephen A. being who he is. A lot of people don't know that history between those two. The only thing people know is what Stephen A. may say or what he may not say. Bron has never spoken on any situation with Stephen A. So if I'm sitting there for 20 plus years and I'm just taking all of this information, all the shit that you've said to me is about me over the years, now my son is the trigger.
I'm going to drop the mic on all of this right now once and for all. We going to put this shit to bed. I want to thank Dwayne Wade and Carmelo Anthony for saying what they said. Some of the details were missed. Like, for example, he didn't see me, warm-ups because I didn't get there until a few minutes into the first quarter. But when you sit in courtside, they kind of know who's going to be there. And I'm quite sure he was alerted I was going to be there, but that's neither here nor there. D. Wade is told 1,000% truth when he said what he texted me and said to me, because we do have a relationship. I love that brother. That's my dog. And I feel the same way about Carmelo Anthony. We all go back years. And I love them both. So I really appreciate the conversation that they had. And I appreciate the perspective that they both provided, because for the most part, it was pretty spot on. A couple of things that need to be noted. Like Melo said, it's been stewing for years. See, what I've gotten pissed about with this particular subject is that too many people are not touching on the truth. Melo and D. Wade did. Me and LeBron don't have a relationship. LeBron don't mess with me and I don't mess with him. I respect the hell out of him. He's number 2 on the list all time. And I didn't always feel this way about him. There are times I didn't like how he treated black media. I'm not talking about myself because I'm on a certain level and I watched how others got treated and I didn't like that. But it didn't take away from his unquestionable greatness, his deified status that he has earned as one of the top 2 or 3 greatest players in the history of basketball. And I never deviate from that. I've always been kind to his family. I think his wife is the first lady of the NBA, class personified. I think his mom is an absolutely wonderful woman. I don't have to talk to Randy much. That's a good brother. Rich Paul and me are pretty damn cool. Rich is good people. So I'm cool with Mav as well. And various other people. But me and LeBron, we don't roll like that. High and by. He ain't have much use for me, and I damn sure don't have much use for him. And that shit was cemented when he did what he did the other day, because you rolled up on me knowing that I wouldn't have a chance to respond unless I was willing to make a scene, which was at courtside while the national televisions were rolling on the day that my new contract had been announced to the world. But it doesn't stop me from being fair. It's not going to stop me from doing my job. My issue, which is why I appreciated where Melo went, because Melo put it where the GOATs can get it. We don't have that kind of relationship. So what the hell you use your son for? I'm shitting on your son. That's not true. Bronny James, that is not true. To the James family and all your close confidants and loved ones, that is not true. I have video, documentation with me refusing to cover Bronny, never watching him out of respect for the family. Because if Stephen A rolls into a gym or an arena and I see him, everyone's going to ask for my critique of him. And I have been on the record publicly stating that's not fair to that kid.
Now, that's true. Stephen A has been saying this plenty of times. He avoided covering Bronny James for this reason. It wasn't fair for him. I agree. That's the benefit of the doubt right there.
Because his father is one of the greatest ever, and they're going to judge him harshly, and I didn't want to be a part of it. I can look into the camera and look at Bronny James and say, factually, that is not correct. I have not been shitting on that kid at all. That is factually incorrect. Now, D. Wade says, well, you were talking about him, but no, I really wasn't. The reason I say that is because, as Rich Paul pointed out, when he said I could have contextualized it better, it's not foreign to me that a second-round pick will come into the NBA and is not ready yet, and they'll just work hard, go in the G League, come back and forth, and they'll get better. Just like Kenyon Martin told me his son did when I was on Gil's Arena last week. So that's not foreign to me. I wasn't talking about him. I was talking about his father. And why was I talking about his father? Because not me, but the media, some publicly, many privately, literally labeled it parental abuse, that he would say, my son is better than some of these dudes in the league right now.
Parental abuse?
You want me? Draft my son. It ain't even about the money at this point. I want to play in the league with my son for the year. You did that. That was LeBron James. That was not Stephen A. Smith. I did not do that. So when he came up to me claiming, you shitting on my son, you shitting on my son, I didn't know what he was talking about because I'm the one person who didn't until January 29th. And even then, I don't believe I did it. I pointed out how his start was very, very bad, but his performance in the G League was good. Let him go there and get himself better because you, as the dad, put him in this microscopic spotlight. And you're going to subject him to stuff that is going to be too much. That's all I was saying. So we got the Draymond Greens out there with his damn podcast. For some reason, suddenly forgetting my character and who I am. And he's talking about, yo, it was weak of Stephen A. to say that LeBron was weak or to bring it up as a father. And oh, by the way, where I'm from, we put hands on you. You sure you should be saying that, Draymond? You sure?
Wow.
I mean, you sure that's the words you want to use? We should be putting hands on somebody. Has that not worked against you? Jordan Poole, Nurkic, Rudy Gobert. I mean, I'm just asking. Is that the smartest thing for you to say? Particularly when you want to be in this business when it's all over? Is that the smartest thing for you to say? But you go ahead, bro. God bless you. I understand where you rolling now and how you rolling. It's cool. I got nothing bad to say about Draymond. I still got love for Draymond. My point in all of this is I would never call out somebody as a father for stuff that's going on in the privacy of your life and your home. But I covered the NBA. And what I was talking about when it came to fatherhood was what we were seeing on an NBA basketball court. That's my job.
True.
That's my job. I'm supposed to ignore that while he's wearing a Lakers uniform? While he's getting money that most people wouldn't get, that he deserves because of LeBron, because LeBron is underpaid. I'm supposed to ignore all of this while you're in the purple and gold? While you're wearing an NBA uniform? While you're receiving an NBA check? When I cover the NBA? That's where I disagreed with Dwayne Wade. When he said, I'm coming at you, I'm like, Because the Dwayne Wade that I know would have picked up on I was talking about D. Wade, not his son. LeBron tried to say I was talking about his son when he knew good and damn well I was talking about him. We sit here today, it's a week later, and I'm not going to talk about this anymore. But let me say this to y'all. It's a week later. I'm not backing up from a word I said. I was right. I was doing my job. And in the process of doing my job, I wasn't doing my job when I didn't talk about him. All of those years, I cover basketball. I don't just cover the NBA. I am a sports broadcaster, which means that it was perfectly within my right to go to Sierra Canyon and cover him, to go to USC and cover him, to go to the G League if I wanted to and cover him, because I cover sports. To get on me otherwise is to get on me for doing my job. So that's where a Draymond is wrong. And talking about father. Why did I mention father? Because you said my son is better than some of the dudes in the league right now before he got here. And
He did. I'm a LeBron fan. He did say that. And I'm going to take accountability. He did say that.
You said you want me draft my son. At this point, it ain't about the money. I just want to play with him for a year.
He did say that.
That's what you said. Which is why a whole bunch of people who ain't Stephen A. Smith, who don't have my microphone, who don't have my platform, was talking about him behind his back and talking about LeBron and what he was doing as a father who happens to be the greatest attraction in the game today. Melo's right. This wasn't about Bronny. This was an excuse that LeBron was looking for to get at me, which, by the way, would not have been a problem. We could have met in the back. We could have had a man-to-man conversation where I had an opportunity to respond and point to him about what he did to put his son in this microscopic spotlight that I personally have tried to avoid for 3 years. But he didn't give me that opportunity. Just like he didn't give me the opportunity when The Shop was on HBO and Mav came up to me and Rich came up to me and they said, yo, we want you on The Shop. Hell yeah, we want you on The Shop. With LeBron, it'll be box office. I said, name the time and place I show up. I only got one condition. Nothing gets edited out.
Ooh.
Nothing. Let me go.
Let you go?
He's so right. He's so righteous. Let's do it. His show, not mine. Don't come on first, say, I ain't helping his ratings. Don't come on his YouTube show, his podcast. Nah, I ain't helping his numbers. I'll come on your show. We know it'll help numbers. At the very least, we know I could do that. Nobody was hiding. Crickets. Never heard from them since. And I know that ain't their fault. Because I know Mav will put me on in a heartbeat. Rich Paul and the rest of the crew. All of them. In a heartbeat. I'd show up by my damn self, or I'd show up with my own boys. And we could all bring facts to the table. But I was never taken up on that offer. You see, I don't run and hide. If I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. I was never shitting on Bronny James. I wouldn't do that to the James family. I was talking about one person and one person only. We may never speak in life again. I'm fine with it. I get paid to talk about folks, not to them. I cover the league. You play, I watch, dissect, analyze, and broadcast. We ain't gotta communicate. We damn sure don't have to say hello to each other. We don't have to do none of that. We don't get along. And there's a multitude of reasons why. I've alluded to some of them, but we know what the biggest reason is. I ain't Shannon Sharp. It ain't GOAT status this way. My GOAT is Michael Jordan. 35,000 points, eclipsing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with over 38,000, ultimately 40,000, now 50,000, another all-star appearance, another 50-point game, whatever. Ain't my GOAT. I watch the game. I'm a student of the game. I know a GOAT when I see one. And he is a GOAT of this generation. But all time, it's Michael Jordan. That's who the hell it is. That's the GOAT. You see, Kobe came into the game with a heart. LeBron developed one. First several years, it wasn't like that because he was scared to get to the free throw line. He was never scared of an opponent. I would never disrespect greatness of LeBron James like that. He was scared to get to the free throw line. That's where the fall away jumpers came from. That was where the hesitancy to go to the hole came from. Anything that could finally lend himself towards going to the free throw line, he wasn't trying to do. But there's this thing about heart that you got to pay attention to. You see, when you lack a speck of it at any point, particularly back in the day, there would be impediments and roadblocks to prevent you from getting it. Why do I call Michael Jordan the GOAT over LeBron James? Because at his very best, compared to LeBron at his very best, I'm going MJ all day, every day. But here's the biggest thing. It was Scottie Pippen with the migraine and others associated with Michael Jordan that prevented him from climbing that ladder over the Detroit Pistons until the third or fourth or fifth try, whenever it was. It wasn't because of MJ. And I'm telling you here right now, as God is my witness, LeBron, as great and phenomenal as he is, if he were playing in that era, as I've said on many occasions, and he'd gone against Michael Jordan would have tried to snatch his heart right out of his chest before he ever arrived to Miami to learn to win with D. Wade and with Pat Riley. That's my proclamation. I said it before and I'll say it again. That's why Michael Jordan is my GOAT. It's just a basketball opinion to me. It's clearly a lot more to LeBron James. Choking in the finals against the Dallas Mavericks in 2011, fine. Us getting in an argument about something in black media, fine. The only consistent blemish I've placed against LeBron James is that he is not the greatest of all time. That's the frustration that's been brewing up. More so than anything else. Bring up Bronny if you want to. Bronny James, I'm going to do my job. Same energy. You mess up, I'm going to mention it. You succeed, I'm going to be there celebrating it. That's what happens in the pros. You got nothing to worry about. With me, all the best to you. I wish you nothing but the best. You're a great kid who I believe is going to be in the NBA someday sooner than later on a regular, consistent basis. To the James family, my apologies for all of this happening. To the Draymond Greens of the world, I'm sad I hurt your friend. Or I upset your friend, bro. Evidently, that matters a lot to you. My bad. To the basketball world, I'm Stephen A. Smith, damn it. And I'm going to cover the sport the way I cover the sport. Ain't nobody changing me on that. I'm going to give it to you how you deserve it. Good, bad, or indifferent. And that includes LeBron James. Ain't nobody changing. This was not about Bronny. This was about LeBron. He did all of this with his words and his proclamations and his assertions. He also did it to show that it really does hurt him not to be the GOAT. Oh, well.
Oh, shit.
That's it for this edition of the Stephen A. Smith Show. You feel how you want to feel. I feel how I want to feel. I am going to do my damn job.
Oh, shit.
That's the way it is. Y'all have a nice day. Till next time. Peace and love.
When you look at the world, what do you see?
What is... Oh, oh, man. Yeah, what y'all think? What y'all think? Who's in the wrong? Who's in the wrong? That's just wild, bro.
Carl's Jr.'s new snack stash was made for Munchie Madness.
I already told y'all how I feel. I'm with Stephen A.
Stephen A. Smith Show. Want to get into politics.
You know, bro, he's a grown man. He's in the NBA making a lot of money. A lot of money. So he's up for critique. And he just got to deal with it and shut the people up. And how you shut the people up is getting those numbers up. So I'm with Stephen A, man. But Bronny's a baller. He'll get it together. He already hooping in the G League. So let's get it. What we on? What we on? What we on? What we on?
Hello, croupier. Some gambling chips, please.
Oh, Miss Vegas.
Gonna win big tonight, Bailey.
If you didn't eat the Oreo, you could have stayed in. You chose this path. You chose this destiny, so fucking live it. Get up and let's go.
Are you ready to let the dogs out?
No. I'm a liar.
No, I'm not ready to let the dogs out. The
Here,
dogs should stay
have a gummy bear and calm down.
No.
Fucking go. I ain't a liar.
The dogs should stay inside.
You're not a liar?
No, I was waiting for Bailey to cook. You can't smoke. You can smoke on the casino floor or in the room. You can't smoke in the hallway. So if you like that, you can't smoke.
Walk for me.
Okay, fine. Light it and go.
Fucking walk for me. Fucking smell me. Nigger.
Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis. Andrew smokes in the hole.
Well, I did hear Nigger black.
Ron DeSantis.
Fucking smell me. Nigger.
Ron DeSantis. Andrew smokes in the hallways.
Exactly, like, am I tripping?
Moisturizes while it tingles, like a softly frosty, cooly peppermint breeze on your lips. Burt's Bees.
Just like I do.
Tristan,
You get me.
admit it. Look at the face of Gotcha.
Your face is terrible. You're an ugly person.
Doesn't matter. Yes, still getting that casino. I'm about to come back up. Let me get down. Yeah, I made that. Right, I made. That's why I said to. Do I put 2,000?
A little bit, yeah.
Can I put 2,000?
Yeah, kinda.
All right.
I already beat you in Uno too.
Let's go. Let's put 2,000. Watch this now. 14.
14 against an ace.
He made me do it.
Kyle, listen, my mother doesn't get a Christmas present because Andrew loses all of our money.
Sorry, I said
2,000 is
blame
all we
Kyle.
got. No, that's all we got.
Blame Kyle.
You gotta have a drink.
The real
Gina, you gotta have a drink.
Blackjack.
Hey, don't encourage him. How old are you?
That's my favorite one.
I need a cigar. Can I get a cigar? Every time. Can I get a cigar in here?
It's not smoking.
Yes.
Yeah, small smoking.
Please. I need mine.
I have cigarettes in
As I count my chips.
Yo. Boss,
Boss, 10.
Hey,
Yes, top G.
let's go, let's go.
Did I not tell you how to play that hand?
I'm sorry.
I just don't get how you don't draft. If you're like the tax bit, how do you not play? Even if you have a small shelf.
Well, I made $6 grand. How much did you make?
Six measly thousand.
He is gonna lose.
I hope he
Luke is gonna win.
I got it here. He's done. He's up.
Let's go, baby, let's go. Back for another round. How you feeling? Yeah?
Round 2, Neighborhood Net Foundation. We're here at Dodger Stadium. It's March 16th. The day has come. We're excited to participate once again. We have, some returning runners from last year. We have some new runners this year, so it's really exciting. And we're really appreciative of everybody that's participating.
Yeah, man, we're doing a marathon, man, for Neighborhood Net Foundation. Feels good. We're going to continue to keep doing it. It's here, man. Appreciate everybody supporting it, pulling up, running with us. Happy that, as a unit, we always talked about this with Hustle, man. He wanted to do the marathon, so once again, this is something that he brought up to us, and just happy that we can be here and be a part of it.
1, 2, 3, CMC, 4, 5, 6,
There's only 1% of the world's population that actually completes a marathon. So you'll be part of the 1% if you haven't done so already. I was saying earlier, the marathon is like a microcosm of life, right? And that, you're gonna experience everything on this day. You get to experience joy, excitement, struggle, all of it. It just happens pretty much in one day. People out there cheering for you, holding you down, strangers. It's like the one time where everybody from, the city comes together and is out there looking out for you.
Come on. Hey, man. Dodger Stadium. Chinatown. Silver Lake. Echo Park. Come on, man. Sunset Boulevard. Let's go.
I say self-made, meaning I design myself. County jail fade, you can pull my file yourself. Spy raid, swallow rocks, I'm getting high myself. Nah, damn right I like the life I built.
How you see it? CMC. What does that mean to you? To me, the marathon means it's religious with me. I ain't gonna lie, I just always been a believer in a marathon. So I had to come out here and put on for the marathon, and I had to help represent and inspire everybody. So if you want to run, just come do it.
I feel great. Have a lot of energy. I'm ready to go to the finish line.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life.
Go, man,
Ballin' all my life. Coach Ryan.
I want to know if any of these students are deserving. So we're going to turn the camera around, and they're going to get to say why they should be the one to get hired.
Hi, my name is Grace Blitz.
I'm Alan Conchick.
Ms. Marley Smith.
My name is Danny Houghton.
My name is Brea Conradson.
My name is Ellis DeMars. I came prepared today. I'll come prepared to work every day.
Darius here. He puts out videos. Is that
How do you know Darius?
I know Darius. I watch his videos. I watch.
Reach the People CEO. Yes, sir. Darius Sanders in the building. Reach the People Media. This is Darius.
After my junior year, I didn't even play baseball my junior season. Not at all. I got tired of it. I got bored with it. It was too slow for me. I ain't play. But I still got drafted by the New York Yankees. Okay? And
Crazy. I think I just read the comments. This is called a Falcon jacket.
they offered me like $250,000. So I could leave college this summer and go make $250,000 and then come back, and I know I'm about to be the first top 5 picks. Who would take that deal? So, but in doing that, I had to relinquish my scholarship. So now I'm a walk-on, which was great for me because now you can explain some of the things that you have. Back then, you couldn't have fancy cars and nice stuff. Like, where you get that from? Did the agent get it? Right now, you're gonna be up under investigation. So that made me a walk-on that I had accepted money. And it's cool because the Yankees paid for scholarship, they paid for tuition, they paid for housing, they paid for everything. So I was living a heck of a life. I went and played 6 weeks, 3 weeks in rookie league, which was in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Sarasota, I'm sorry. I played 1 week in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Then I played
Money never been an issue for prom.
2 weeks in AAA in Columbus, Ohio, all in the summer. And I went back to Florida State after that to resume workouts and getting ready for the season. So it wasn't too much you could say to me. I'm not gonna say I took school very serious because it was hard when you accepted $250,000 and you know you're about to be one of the top 5 picks in the draft. It was hard to sit up in a class, you know that. But it was the classes that intrigued me, that stimulated my mind, I went to those. Mm-hmm. Like mathematics, and I ain't going on that. I mean, it was wrong, but I wouldn't advise you all, but I didn't do it. So now I'm getting ready to go into the draft after my senior football season, but I'm already in spring training. Baseball spring training is in February, so I'm already in spring training with the Yankees. And it was crazy because I went to the combine. I just leave baseball, we have all the training coaches and all that. We just ran. I just went to the combine and ran and got back on the plane and went back to playing baseball, which was crazy. But I was a businessman, so I knew quarterbacks drove the market. Not a defensive back, not a lineman, not a running back, quarterback. So we wanted Troy Aikman in that draft to go first, who's a dear friend of mine, right? We played together, won a Super Bowl together. He went first. I was not going to Green Bay. They had the second pick. Do not draft me. I promise you, I am not going to Green Bay. It's freezing. I'm a black man. You know how we are. Okay. The third pick was the Detroit Lions. I'm not going to Detroit. Do not draft me. I'm playing baseball. Fourth pick was Kansas City. These are all cold weather cities. I'm not doing that. Fifth pick was Atlanta. When I was All-American my senior year, they took us on this All-American trip. I don't know if it's Kodak All-American or one of these All-American teams. We went to Atlanta and it blew my mind. I had never seen African-American people so influential and had means and wealth.
I need to go to Atlanta. I need to see this. I have not been to Atlanta, and I hear that a lot. There's successful black people out there. I need to see it.
Blew my mind. Black doctors, black lawyers, black police. I ain't never seen nothing like that coming from Florida, and it was crazy. So I made up my mind right then, that summer prior, that's kind of the summer, this is where I want to go. It's Chocolate City. I don't know if any of you ever went to Atlanta, but it's mighty black. So I was really good with that. And I told other teams, don't draft me, I want to go to Atlanta, and that's
Luka, JJ mentioned that he was impressed with the team's kind of energy coming off a long trip, a back-to-back, an emotional loss. Those things can be tricky in the NBA. Where did you think that came from the player's standpoint to start the game tonight, or today?
We knew we had to do better. We knew we have to be more physical, first of all. And I think our defense was amazing today from the start to finish.
We know some of the stats about you going against Phoenix, and only Jordan averages more points. Do you still think back to like the draft, or are you well past that and you just like playing against any team?
No, I don't. That's a long time ago, 7 years ago. So I'm not thinking about that no more. I just get ready for every game, trying to play good and win.
Luka, how much did you guys miss Jackson and you in particular, but with your connection with him, with the lobs and in the pick and roll? How good was it, to have him back?
Well, you can see it. You can see the difference. For me, it helps me a lot, but he helps the whole.
Yeah, so I really just wanted to knock that Stephen A. I just want to knock that out. I'm gonna be back on tonight. I gotta get up out of here. Short stream.